How to spot a crypto pump before it hits, or how to spot any pump before it hits. Anything with a chart, that is. Now, if you guys been following my channel, you guys know that I am a big TA guy, okay? And I love charting the patterns here because it tells me that which way is the price action more likely to go, and especially before a pump. Okay, and what I'm seeing here is I'm going to be talking to you guys about XYO Network, the token XYO. See what has changed since the last time I've talked about it. Is there a trading pattern that has emerged from last time? So let's take a look into XYO here. I talked about on the weekly time frame that XYO has broken out this falling wedge pattern. Definitely a pattern you guys should be spotting on any charts. Just start charting these patterns. It's going to be very simple, very effective, a lot lower risk than chasing a pump that's happening on the day of. Because I've done that before. Very high risk, very high stress. If you guys been there, tell me tell me how it feels like in the comment section. And I try to avoid those. I'm not gonna say 100%. There's gonna be certain times I feel like gambling because I'm having a very good day, week, month. But I usually like to look for lower risk setups. Okay, and lower risk setups here is a falling wedge is in my opinion a very a lower risk setup. I'm not gonna say 100%, right? Um, and as you guys can see, this XYO falling wedge pattern broke out back in March. Price target for this pattern here would be about 3.9 cents almost price targets. It hasn't really been doing too much after breaking out, of course. You guys can see this is the weekly time frame. It's been many weeks. Now, something to know is that price targets are estimate only. It's going to depend a lot on what happens with Bitcoin for the scenario of these altcoins, okay? Because Bitcoin is still the driver of this crypto market. If Bitcoin pumps, very good for the altcoins. However, if Bitcoin dumps, very bad for the altcoins. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here. I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I highly recommend that you guys watch it. I'll link you guys at the end of this video because I don't trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin because that could really, really wreck you. Of course, these are just my opinions only and not financial advice, right? You still gotta form your own opinions. Now, what I'm seeing here is a breakout back in March. Hasn't been doing too much. Went as far up as about 2.2 cents before getting, going on this little downtrend here. And it rebounded to about 1.6 cents. Now, what could XYL be doing here is that I mentioned a possible cup and handle scenario. I think right now that is going to be a little that's going to be a little less likely based on my last sketch because my last sketch was based on a rounded bottom scenario on a weekly time frame, but right now it looks like we're looking at more of a double bottom scenario. Okay, so I'm gonna put that cup and handle scenario on hold for now, and then and take a look closer into what we could be seeing here. Okay, this could be a double bottom pattern. Okay, on this weekly time frame, right? Especially if I zoom in a little bit, there is a falling wedge pattern, okay, which tells me that this has a higher chance of breaking back up to the upside, okay? Of course, also have to consider the smaller chance that it breaks down as well. This is all a game of probability. Now, price target here, if it breaks out by this point, for example, price target would be about 1.15 cents, almost price target. Now, there's quite a bit of resistance along the way, including your daily moving averages, daily 21, daily 50, daily 200, which is the orange line at about 1.1 cents. So let's see if XYO can actually meet the smaller price targets before getting to that bigger one, okay? So this is basically how I see the markets and how I look for setups. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of XYO token or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.